Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at Impressive Putty. This is a really cool molding system that allows you to make impressions, models, and sculptures. I've always been into different forms of art, but I recently got into creating and painting molds. And I have to tell you, the Impressive Putty has made it really easy and fun to actually get started. So today, I'm actually going to show you how to create a mold using the Impressive Putty. So before we get started, I just want to go over Impressive Putty really quickly. This is it, comes in a neat little bag. Believe it or not, you have everything that you need right here to be able to start making molds. And of course, I have 2 bags to be able to speed up the molding process for myself. I also have a couple of bottles of epoxy resin that I'm going to be using today. This is clear epoxy, and the reason that I went with clear is because I have some dyes that I'm going to be playing around with to be able to color my molds and casts as well. Now, what's great about this putty is it works with a whole array of different materials. So even though I'm using epoxy resin today, you can use wax or clay or urethane or even silicone to be able to make your molds. Alright, we've talked about it enough. It's time to put our putty to use. I can't wait to show you how easy it is to actually make a mold. Alright, so today I'm going to be using our Impressive Putty, of course, my 2-part epoxy resin, some dyes that I'm going to be playing with in red and orange, and of course the treasure chest that I'm going to be using to make a mold. The product label also doubles as an instruction booklet to help you get started. So start by putting all of the contents of the Impressive Putty into a microwave safe container. After that, we're going to be putting our Impressive Putty in our container in the microwave for 30 seconds. When it's ready, take a spoon and start kneading the putty like dough. You should already see that it has a pretty thick consistency. After that, go ahead and throw it back in the microwave, this time only for 15 seconds. So we're going to knead one more time, and as a pro tip, you do not want to handle the putty with your hands while it's hot. Set a timer for 15 minutes for cooling, and once it's ready, you're going to take your object and start pressing your Impressive Putty around it. Make sure to press the putty around the top and the sides to create a more vivid and detailed mold. And of course, you want to leave a space on bottom to be able to pull your object out of. Once you're ready, you're going to go ahead and throw your mold in the freezer for about 30 minutes to speed up the setting process. That's it. Now we're ready to break apart the object from the mold. You'll see that I tested the malleability before I started pulling the object out. And now we have our mold. The Impressive Putty caught so much detail, I'm excited to see the finished product. Now it's time to prepare the 2-part epoxy resin. I'm using part A and part B in a mixing cup to be a little bit more precise. I'm also going to be adding 2 drops of dye into my epoxy resin to really make my cast stand out. And you can see that 2 drops is all I needed in order to get the right color. Now all I have to do is pour my epoxy resin into the mold. Slow and steady wins the race here. Once I'm finished, the set time is going to be about 16 hours, and then I'll come back and check it out. Alright, so it's been about 20 hours. I came home and I took the cast out of its mold, and I'm really excited to show you this. Check this out. So here is our treasure chest. I mean, look at the detail that the mold was able to capture. You can see the keyhole here, all of the lines around my chest here. If you look at them side by side, they are identical. Well, that's it. That's all you need to know. The Impressive Putty is such a great way to get an introduction into the world of molding and casting. It gives you a ton of options for creating using different materials, and it's inexpensive. So if you're looking for a new fun way to create, this is something you should strongly consider. Well, that's going to cover it for this demonstration. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.